Great heavens! Hat Picks! Hey everybody, Steve Dangle here, and welcome to another edition of Steve's Hat Picks, where we take a look at the best from around the NHL over the past week. And I feel like I've said this a few times this season, how about them Sabres? Now listen, for those of you who are rolling your eyes right now, yes, my internet does work, and I can look at the standings. Although I think if we all had to guess at the beginning of the season, we probably would have predicted the Sabres finish last, or, if they compete, second last. They still haven't exactly been doing well, but they're in a lot of games and kind of do fun things. They've gotten featured in Hat Picks a bunch of times. Malcolm Subban made that save. Tage Thompson's done some fun stuff. Rasmus Dahlin, he's been in more Dangets than Hat Picks, but he's been in some Hat Picks. Alex Tuch, Peyton Krebs, and now add to the list Jeff Skinner, 4-goal game.
There's Thompson, throwing it back around the net. Thompson leads the Sabres with 32 points. Fitzgerald from the line, shot, scores! Jeff Skinner got his stick on that shot in front. Tipped by Montembeault, and Buffalo's got the opening goal of the game. Intercepts it and rolls it back for Schoenemann. Now Dahlin at the line with it. Hands it up for Skinner. He'll shoot, scores!
Always a terrific listen.
Always is. Here's Jeff Skinner driving the net, poked away by Montembeault. He puts it in the goal. Penalty coming up. And we've got a goal. Jeff Skinner with the hat trick. Line back out on the ice as Petrie comes up with it off the draw. Kulak there. Tuch trying to force it away right in front. Scores! Jeff Skinner with his 4th of the afternoon.
You know, I think the salary cap can blind us. Jeff Skinner makes $9 million against the cap, and he's on the Buffalo Sabres. That's just a really bad combination of things. And I'm not talking about the Sabres going forward. I'm talking about the Sabres the last couple of years. In most years of Jeff Skinner's career, he's had more goals than assists. That's a goal scorer. Problem with goal scorers is when they play on teams with no other goal scorers, you kind of zero in on them, which is why it was concerning that he had 14 goals a couple of years ago, and amazingly, half of that last year with 7. Well, he had more than half of that total in this game alone, and he's got 20 on the season in 45 games. That is a 36-goal pace over an 82-game season. Jeffrey, that is more like it. Is it Jeffrey? I don't know. But that is a hat pick. I always say, man, the best players in hockey don't just forget how to play hockey. And speaking of forgetting how to play hockey, it's terrifying to think that this young man is still learning. Matt Boldy, have yourself a night, young man. His first NHL hat trick and a 4-point night.
And back to Brodin, ahead to Gaudreau. Gaudreau in with a little space. Fiala to Boldy, cuts back to the middle, scores! Zuccarello looking. Red Wings very timid on the penalty kill, and Boldy with the redirect ties it for Minnesota. Sov up high, goes to Zuccarello. Sends it back for Spurgeon. Down low, Boldy! Save Nedeljkovic, rebound and score! It may have deflected in off of the goaltender, which would mean a hat trick for Boldy. His first in the NHL, first as a pro.
How about this smile? Now watch this redirection again. He's off the side of the net, not a shot, holds the blade. He's got the steady, strong hands. That's not easy at that angle to deflect, to redirect back towards the net. You used to see guys like Thomas Vanek make plays like that. Skilled guys, strong hands, great smarts, right off the post. Nedeljkovic and in.
That's ridiculous. Kirill Kaprizov has been credited with giving the Minnesota Wild some credibility. Not in the being a good team sphere. It's not like the Wild. The Wild have never really committed to being bad. The problem is, in their years where they've done well, they weren't exactly exciting. All of a sudden, single-handedly, Kirill Kaprizov, he's all the exciting you need. Well, if Matt Boldy is any indication, not only are the Wild exciting, they're a wagon. Steve, look at the standings. They've been a wagon all season. No. It's post-All-Star break. Things are, going up a notch. A few teams have noticed the intensity jump. The Minnesota Wild? Oh, yeah. And this Boldy kid? Oh, yeah. That's a hat pick. Now we gotta have an interesting conversation about one individual player. One very specific player. Because what have we talked about in recent weeks? The NHL is more talented and skilled than it's ever been. Players are doing the Michigan. They're doing the Dishigan. They're doing modifications of the Michigan. A couple of years ago, there was no Michigan in the NHL, and now there's already a remix. And another goal that we've featured with increasing frequency is the between the legs goal. Most recently, we featured Tyler Mott, but this is at least Matthew Tkachuk's third that we've featured on Steve's hat picks.
Take the pass to Zadorov, put it in front, blocked by Theodore, got his foot on that pass. Tkachuk scores between the legs! You gotta be kidding me! He does it again, and makes it 5-0 Calgary. Play here, Zadorov, well, this is Johnny Gaudreau, but Zadorov has a chance right here. He throws it in front. It's deflected by Shea Theodore behind. Watch Michael Backlund go quickly to Matthew Tkachuk. And here's that play, oh my gosh. And able to elevate it over the pad, because the pad of Leonard's there, right? There it is. And able to get that up and over the pad of the big goaltender. Just a spectacular goal.
Look at that! Yes, that goal made the game 5-0, but it's also not showing off. That was rapid fire. The criticism, for example, years ago when Sidney Crosby pulled off the Michigan in junior is, he's going out of his way to embarrass his opponent. Well, if Matthew Tkachuk didn't score between the legs on this goal, he would have been going out of his way to, I don't know, save their feelings, which doesn't exactly feel on brand. I guess what I'm trying to put out there is for Matthew Tkachuk, this is just a regular wrist shot, a regular snapshot. This is just a regular thing in his repertoire. It's not even something special. And at some point, it's not even gonna crack Steve's hat picks. I'm serious. And that's just because the bar is getting raised. And that is a hat pick. For our next hat pick, his name's gotten brought up quite a bit in trade conversations that I've been seeing. But I'm not sure the Vancouver Canucks should be so quick to trade away this. JT Miller, take it away.
With the Coyotes changing, he's got some time and leaves the puck for JT Miller. Miller through center, over the Coyote blue line, gets through, scores! Coast to coast, JT Miller with a highlight reel goal, and the Canucks lead 4-1.
Ahead of Steve. Here he comes behind his own net. And the Coyotes have just come off the bench. Wow, what a move. And Vejmelka, that's a hard poke check from that side. Oh, it's not that hard. He's the wrong-handed goalie. This should be an easy poke check. And instead, he tries to play it with his leg. And JT Miller cuts right through the crease and beats him.
I mean, unreal call, unreal pop. I love the lights in the glass in Vancouver. And spectacular goal. Now you can look at this and go, well, it was the power play. Oh, what's that defenseman doing? But Ken Reed asked me something a few years ago that has stuck with me. Whenever a goal is scored or something happens, we're always looking at who made the mistake. And he asked, why can't we just appreciate the amazing thing we just watched? JT Miller, that was amazing. What a hat pick. For our next hat pick, I haven't actually seen this one, but I'm very excited because of producer Drew's note. It just says, Anton Forsberg, great heavens!
On the horizon, Kuznetsov as the seas part. Kuznetsov pass, point blank there, tremendous save!
Look, how the heck did Forsberg stop this? Here's Kuzi by himself, throws it around, here comes Wilson, and look at that left leg coming across, but you also see Wilson starting to celebrate. It was a wide open net as it came across. And there's the save by the goaltender from over top. Here comes the shot, and definitely kept out of the net on a scramble play by the goaltender. The stick out of the wrong position.
Great heavens! Never, ever, 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 ever give up on anything ever. Why? Why? Why would you? Why would you when this is possible? When all things are possible? Kevin Garnett was right. This is a preposterous save. This isn't even just randomly flailing your hand backward and hoping for the best. He targeted this thing like a robot. And Tom Wilson and Joe Snively, get a look at both the reactions. We all know the reputation that Tom Wilson has, and people sort of forget how he is as a player. Like, this dude scored over 100 goals in the National Hockey League, so it's almost old hat to him. So old hat that his celebration is automatic and he had to shut this one off. That is unbelievable stuff from Anton Forsberg. What a hat pick. Staying with the goalie side of hat picks, this is another save that I'm pretty sure we featured more than once this season. This is Thomas Greiss making a save with nothing other than his foot and telekinesis.
Back to Konechny. Top of the circle, looks for the play at the side of the net. Oh, big save by Greiss. Two big saves by Thomas Greiss. And the wing's clear. 7
players on the power play. Watch, see, Lindstrom's got to take that pass away. That's his job. And look at that move right there by Van Riemsdyk. That first one was one thing, and the left pad save by Greiss on the second one was even better for me. That was off the toe. And look at that one. That's an old-time save by a goaltender right there.
But how did he know? Like, does this happen all the time? When the goalie doesn't know where the puck is, so he just sort of kicks his leg up, and we don't really feature it because, I don't know, they don't know. Ridiculous scorpion save from Thomas Greiss. Holy smokes. That's a hat pick. For our next hat pick, you're going to focus on the player the St. Louis Blues still have. Noted not member of the Seattle Kraken, Vladimir Tarasenko. Noted not member of any team other than the Blues. Sometimes you win 100% of the trades you don't make. But to me, he just finishes this play off. This play is all one of the more underrated playmakers in the NHL this season, Robert Thomas.
Be made there to the corner. And then McCabe, checked back by the Blues. Tarasenko gets it back. What a pass. And he scores! Tarasenko from Robert Thomas!
_20th career goal against the Chicago Blackhawks. And along the boards, a little backhander. It was actually picked off by McCabe, but look at the way Buchnevich came in. That play should have been out by Chicago. It's not, because of Buchnevich coming in right here on McCabe on the left side of your screen. Now we isolate on Tarasenko. A little give and go. Beautiful between the legs pass by Robert Thomas. What a distributor.
Can I say that was smooth? Is that still a relevant joke in 2022? You see, kids, there was this artist named Carlos Santana, and he had a really good album called Supernatural back in 1999. He did a song called Smooth, which featured singer Rob Thomas. And that was 23 years ago. Yeah, no, I think we're gonna have to go back to the well with Robert Thomas jokes. Wait, what year was he born? 1999? No way! What do you mean Robert Thomas came out the same year as Rob Thomas? Anyway, some of you got that. Some of you are very confused. Confused, just like opposing defenses when Robert Thomas makes amazing passes. You see how it's full circle. We're back. That is a hat pick. Now, Vladimir Tarasenko, not on the Seattle Kraken. Some players who are on the Seattle Kraken, who are on the receiving end of this hat pick. Mitch Marner has been on somewhat of a goal-scoring tear as of late, but maybe his most impressive move in recent weeks was this short-handed assist to David Kampf.
Here's Giordano back around the boards. Held in by McCann as Johansson will send it to the far side. And now, look out. A break here, and it's a short-handed opportunity for Mitch Marner. Dropped it back, scores! What a play, and David Kampf bangs it home.
I was going, don't wait for him, just go. You are hotter than anyone in the National Hockey League right now. Just go. And on the way in, he knew exactly what he was going to do. There to look over the shoulder, I thought, well, you're giving McCann a chance to catch up to you here. And what creativity here as he sucks Drieger and McCann.
You know what's ridiculous about this? Not just that he passed on a breakaway and it worked. That he passed on a breakaway and it worked again! This is the second time he's done it that we know of, that is on camera. He most notably did this back with the London Knights of the Ontario Hockey League when he passed to Christian Dvorak, basically in clean on a goalie. You don't get a bigger tap in than that, and by the way, just in case you're concerned based on his reaction, Kampf would end up staying in the game and being okay. But this pass, Marner, the magician as of late, that is a hat pick. And I wanted to end with this. It is so rare that you see a hockey team live up to their hockey team's name. And in this clip, Carolina puts the Bruins in a hurricane.
Svechnikov to the rebound. Teravainen spin chance. Directed in. Oh, what a beauty. Sebastian Aho. His second of the game.
Trocheck had just tried to do the same thing with his stick. Watch what he does with his stick. Between his legs.
Okay. I think you need to see that again because so did I. That whole sequence was nuts, but I believe it ends with 2 no-look passes and a between-the-legs tap-in. Watch.
And this year it's D'Angelo. You're right, Jack. They move the puck quickly, accurately, seam passes. You know, they used to have Dougie Hamilton down in Carolina, you know, and he generally worked the top of the power play, but D'Angelo proving to be a better option with this group.
What do you, as a coach, what do you do with that in the video room? I mean, you probably feel obligated to say something. You're an NHL coach. But I think my feedback might just be, what? Carolina, relax. That is a hat pick. Holy cow. So, what did you think? This was a really good week. Did we miss any hat picks in your opinion? Leave a comment in the comment box down below. But for now, that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. It's a good song.